Flocka, what's going on?
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal?
Man, we finally got to sit down for the exclusive.
About time, man. Nigga been chasing your ass and shit.
Right, definitely. So we're gonna take it all the way back to the beginning. Let us know a little bit about your upbringing.
Well, some nigga from Opelousas, Louisiana, but I was born in Houston, you know what I'm saying? Right there, born in the Harris County Hospital, you know what I'm saying? But was raised in Opelousas. Used to stay in Crowley. My grandmother from there, you heard me? So stayed in Crowley a little while, moved to Opelousas and shit, and then that's just where that's where I got all my real culture from, you know what I'm saying? Basically.
No, so why move from Houston to Louisiana?
My mom, I'm saying my daddy, I'm Nigerian, you heard me? My daddy had a prearranged marriage in Africa when he came. And like he didn't tell my mama until they started messing around, and then he had me. And he kinda wanted his cake and eat it too. That's what my mama say. So like she left Houston, she like fuck that nigga, man, I'm gonna get it on my own.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying, went to Louisiana with my grandmother, and then just everything overlapped from there.
Yeah, so what's your relationship with your dad?
You know, we decent now, being that I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? But at one point, like I went like almost a year without talking to him, but he had forgot my birthday. I went like almost a year without talking to him. So like, but we good now. He got other kids, you know what I'm saying? We closer now, so I try to look out for him. I'm their big brother, so I try to look out for him, you know what I'm saying? Straight
up, so you moved to Louisiana, Opelousas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that city like?
Shit, it's like, it's country and it's city. Like for instance, what I mean by country and city, like we do a lot of partying, but like you catch niggas riding horses on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, it's country and city at the same time, so ain't nothing too major, you know what I'm saying? Just, and that op, it's hard to get out that op.
So was you a trouble kid, or was you, did you stay away from that shit?
I'm put like this. I was always the dude who can like make other people do stuff like with me or for me. Trouble, like, you know, I got in trouble, but it wasn't nothing like, oh, send them to the detention center for 5 years, juvenile, like, it wasn't shit like that. I got in trouble though, you know what I'm saying? But I always knew like the bigger goal, like I do shit in class, but I always knew, man, it's a limit, bro. You're on your 3rd suspension, almost suspension, you're expelled. Cool out for the rest of the year type of nigga, you know what I'm saying?
So as a kid, in school, what was you doing to get, what was some ways you would, get money?
Shit, at first, I'm an athlete by nature, like I work out like at least 4 or 5 times a week now. But like in school, from elementary to like high school, I just really like got the support of my mom until I got to high school. Once I got to high school, and shout out to the Hill, you know what I'm saying, Hilltown, Opelousas, you know what I'm saying, that's my section over there. And like once I start going around them dudes and shit like that, they just really like accepted the nigga, you know what I'm saying? Cause I never stayed on the hill, but that's where I hopped off the porch at. When I hopped off the porch, I was like probably in the 10th grade. Like I started selling weed and I started selling crack a little bit. But the crack, like they had like, the hill had like about 30 niggas selling work. You know what I'm saying? Probably around 2010, 2009, they probably had like 30 niggas selling crack. So early on, I noticed that all the niggas who sell crack smoke weed. So I'm like, man, I might as well fuck with the bud, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, I did my research on you, and I heard that it was almost 70 grand found in your dorm room.
Man, it was like, they ain't find it. What happened was, it's a lot, right? What happened was, I got to Southern in 2010. When I first got there, I sold cigars, but that was just a ploy just to see who all smoked weed and to see who else was selling, you know what I'm saying? So once that happened, after like my 2nd semester, going into my 2nd semester, I already trying to drop my nuts, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they was on that Regis shit like tough, and I'm from the country. Like, in the country, like we got everything, but the Regis still sell, you know what I'm saying? That was then. So like, each semester, I gross 10 grand. I have like 10 grand like at the end of the semester. But wouldn't nobody really know because I wasn't that flash, I go to the club and cut up, and I was staying in BR, I was on the Southern University, you know what I'm saying? So like, at Southern, like I made like, if you round it almost to 100 bands, but to actual number figure, it was like when I like did all the calculations, everything that I spent, you know what I'm saying, paying for tuition, because I was paying for tuition out of pocket, like off the pack. You know what I'm saying? My mama, she ain't have it. You know what I'm saying? And the loan at Southern, you know, they play with your financial aid bad. So like, you don't get no 9 bands back from financial aid at Southern. You might be lucky to get 3, 2. I wouldn't get shit. So after I did the calculation, it came up to like 73 racks.
About 73.
It's about 73 racks. But the police never found none of that shit though. They were looking for it, but they never found it.
So they raided your spot or what?
The second time I got jammed on campus, it was like a raid. It was like damn near like a secret indictment. A chick that I had been dealing with for 2 years, she wore a wire on me. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, Baton Rouge move fast. It's way faster than Opelousas. Baton Rouge and New Orleans, that's like the 2 fastest cities in Louisiana, 2 biggest cities. So like, once I got to Baton Rouge, like I ain't gonna say I was wilding, but I started doing things that I wasn't doing at home. Like I said, I had been hustling from the 10th grade on. Like when I started hustling, I was on the block. Like, you know what I'm saying? Weed sacks in my dreadlocks pent up weed sacks in them bitches, you know what I'm saying? You ask anybody from the hill, they'll tell you. Anybody in my age bracket, they're gonna tell you, man. And
So your girl had a wire on you?
She wasn't my girl, just somebody, you know, like I said, I've been dealing with for 2 years. She wore a wire on me, my co-defendant Neff, my dog Mike Rich, she wore a wire on him. It's all in black and white. She wore a wire on Stamp, Jew. It was like 6 of us she wore a wire on.
And why was that? Was she like the police?
The police terrorized. Like, when it came down to the get down, my baby mama, she from BR, so she know people. And the police had told her, like, because in Baton Rouge, when you make the, like, when something big happen, you gonna make the news. Like, you gonna make the news, you gonna make the paper. They gonna keep flashing on the news, you know what I'm saying? Like, until you bond out type shit. And like, my baby mama reached out to somebody, and she when she reached back out to me, she like, man, they terrorized the little girl. Like, they had caught her with something, and was like, man, folks. And they was like, they terrorized her, and they terrorized her to wear the wire on me. Because when I got jammed up, when they brought me in booking, when they brought me to the precinct, they were like, man, we got 10 niggas ratting on you, but none of them ain't want to wear the wire, because they knew how I was rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a cottage nigga, but I'm from the hood, and it just, you know, I do a lot of scuffling, you know what I'm saying? So like, they knew how I was rocking, and they ain't know, man, Trent might try to get me whacked. And so he got that money already. He might do it himself. He might put a bag on me. So like, none of the niggas ain't want no wire on me, but she was the only one who like cooperated in that way. And shit, like, it low key ruined my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did like almost a year in BR prison, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had been arrested before, but I never did a jokes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but they didn't find nothing, right?
They found like my first lick I caught in BR was in the streets. I was like in a section called Scotlandville. I got popped like 560 grams, a little bit of money, and a firearm. So like, I ain't know nobody in BR, so I got a bullshit ass lawyer. She kept pushing my shit back. She pushed my shit back for 2 years. Then I got fucked up at Southern. But at Southern, they only found like 56 grams. But that's because I had ducked off shit. You know what I'm saying? I had like people on the payroll, you know what I'm saying? Administrators would be buying shit from me. A couple police, they just wanted to see me make it. So a couple of the young cops on the force, they'll let me know like, man, Flocka, they watching. Hey, they gonna hit your shit at this date, you know what I'm saying? So the time that they had kicked my shit in, they had kicked my shit in like 3 times already. And you know what I'm saying? Cause I was one step ahead, you know, but they only found like 56 grand, they was in the ceiling. You know what I'm saying? They hit the ceilings or whatever. And that's how shit started falling out. Because, you know, the ceilings was movable, you know what I'm saying? Like in every section of the campus. So like, I had shit in the girls' dorm ceiling, like the co-ed dorm ceiling, the lunchroom ceilings, you know what I'm saying? The lunchroom bathroom ceilings, like the hallway bathroom ceilings, like, you know, I had shit everywhere. And I had shit off campus too, but I just had too much clientele. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to stop. You know?
So they found the 56 grams, and then what? You got kicked out?
They found the 56 grams. They kicked my shit in at 4:30 in the morning. Like, they had a party that night, so we had got like tore up bad. Like I don't even drug, but that night I had drug and shit. We had got tore up bad. Like, took like a half a Xanax, a tab, like a little pint of gin. It was like me and my whole little squad. We got tore up. So like when they came, like I was so fucked up. When they kicked the first door down, they couldn't get the second one. And I was so fucked up, man, I unlocked my shit. And they jammed me up. And it was the constables, East Baton Rouge Parish Sheriffs, the Brave team, the SCAT team, Zachary PD, Baker PD, all this for like me, like all this for me. They had a search warrant for me, but my team was like involved because they had a search warrant for me, and they had them like, you know, under, like they had it like under surveillance for 38 days. They say it's all in the paper, all in the black and white. And like when that happened, like, you know, they put me in a big van, then they start bringing my dogs out like one by one. And like, it was like, they had like 6 different forces just for me. Like, I'm like, man, y'all act like I'm fucking Frank Lucas or somebody, man. Like a nigga selling bricks, man. Nigga selling marijuana. Like, man, that shit legal in other states. People try to fuck my life up. Yeah. So, when that happened, immediate expulsion. I went to jail. My bond was $56,000. Cause they hit me with like 6 felony charges on campus. I already fighting 2 felony charges. Possession with intent to distribute and a CDS. They hit me with possession with intent to distribute Xanax, distribution of Xanax, possession with intent to distribute marijuana, distribution of marijuana, school zone, drug paraphernalia. Then my co-defendant, Neff, you know what I'm saying? AKA Joshua Walker, that's my dog. He ain't rat on me, none of that shit. Ain't nobody told him. That's the beautiful thing. Like, ain't nobody telling nobody nothing. They hit him with like 8 felony charges. He had a gun in his car. So like, my bond was $56,000. His shit was $66,000. After I bonded out, in like 4 days, I had to raise money and use the rest of my bag to bond him out. And a week prior to that, I had bought a Color Supreme for $6 bands cash. So like, when the jokes happened, I was hit. Like, I was like on E. Like, after I bonded out and then helped my nigga, I was on complete E. Yeah. I had drugs, but I was scared to move them hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Was you rapping then?
Never. Like, I'm good. I always liked the music and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, my first favorite rapper was Zero from Houston. I know every last song. Every song from the little tape when he had the little muscle shirt, the little blue muscle shirt, all that shit. But my favorite rapper of all is Gucci Mane. So like, I've been fucking like liking the music, but I never like took it serious. So after I had to turn myself in, I had a court date. The judge set my bond at $300,000 because I kept bonding out. So they're like, I'm gonna show you, hey, that's how they doing BR. Like, you keep getting out of jail for like the similar charges, I'm gonna show you $500,000 bond. Wow. But he hit me with a $300,000. Wow. My mom walked out the courtroom crying. She knew it was over with. But I got in that hole with her, and I just stayed in my lane. Like they had niggas in there like rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wasn't from BR, so like a lot of upcoming rappers now that you be interviewing, they was like really, really up and coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they was in that bitch too. And like I ain't really like think of it until like after about like the 2nd or 3rd month. I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to take a felony to come home. Like, I know I'm gonna have to take a felony to come home. I'm like, shit, I gotta do something. But like, the sport's over. Cause I was fucking with sports too. I'm from that basketball, like on the practice squad and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like trying out for different colleges and shit. And like after I was like, man, I'm about to have to take this felony. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me with that sports, so that shit dead. So I'm like, well, you done did it all, Trent. You know what I'm saying? You college, you just slung iron, you always fighting people, and you know what I'm saying, you know how to trap like on a high level. So I'm like, man, I might as well fuck with the rap. I'm like, man, these other niggas, they be lying, bro. And like a nigga who really been did shit, you can hear a nigga and be like, oh yeah, he go hard, but then you'll be like, some of the shit that he say just unrealistic. So you know, like, man, no, come on, man. Like, come on now, man. You know he ain't, like, you know he ain't living. And I was like, man, these other niggas eating out that shit. I'm like, man, I just want one hit. Fuck that, I'm gonna get in the game. And at the time, I had a rapper named Fox. He ended up coming online. So I get like little advice from him. But I'm thinking he like this top, you know, $1 million nigga. Man, that nigga don't even know how to write balls. I'm like, man, how you counter-write a ball? He like, I don't even know, son. I just make it happen in my head, put it on the paper, but I can catch it. That's what I started doing. I still don't know how to write a ball. I still don't know how many words supposed to be in the ball. I just know how to come on and beat it. Yeah. Catch that hoe, you feel me? So,
All right, so you get out of jail and then you start rapping consistently. So you need to, are you still in the streets or is that done?
I'm telling you. I got 2 college degrees, man. So, I just recently got 2 college degrees from Southeastern Louisiana University in Hammond, Louisiana. The second biggest college in Louisiana, predominantly white. 2 college degrees. The streets gonna always be there. There ain't no love in the streets. I got these degrees, shit. These white folks will show a nigga a little bit of love. So whereas, if I'm 10 toes in the streets, shit, man, white folks ain't showing no love to no street nigga. Go lay down, lay on your mat since you won't be stupid, dude. I'm telling you.
So what makes you different from all these other rap dudes?
Well, for one, man,
a lot of Louisiana artists and a lot of them, you know, they say they're up next, but what makes you so different?
No, for one, like, did this shit called 448. You know what I'm saying? And that 448 shit, a lot of times be over people's head. Like everywhere I go, I have my chain on, you know what I'm saying? They be like, what area code that is? It ain't no area code. You might be looking at it and be like, man, I thought that look like area code. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some trap talk. Nigga know what that 448 mean, but that 448 is whole, like, you know what I'm saying? It's my brotherhood behind me so tough, like we a whole. So like, that's what kind of make me different, cause like, I'm everywhere with it. Like, I done jokes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done almost killed niggas and almost been killed. There ain't nothing to brag about, but it done happen. I done trap. I done play sports on a high school level and on a college level. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I done went to college, got expelled, went to jail, got out, and went back and get 2 degrees, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no, name another rapper who got 2 degrees and who really didn't did it. Like, I got black and white. These other niggas be talking about all these bodies they be catching. It ain't no black and white. If you caught a body, bitch, that bitch gonna be in black and white. If you done beat a body, or you didn't beat a body, put it that way, it gonna be black and white. Man, some of these niggas be going to jail, be getting beat up, and be lying on the track, you know what I'm saying? Talking about they didn't kill this person, that person. So that's what I don't do that though. So that's why I feel like I'm different, because you know what I'm saying, like, they got really people. You can go to Appaloosa, Lafayette, Peoria, anywhere in Louisiana, nigga, somebody gonna know me and be like, man, nigga, stand up nigga. Like, he the same way. Same way out rocking on the street, the same way I rock in jail, the same way I rock on the basketball court, the same way I rock in the classroom. Like, I demand my respect. I ain't gonna disrespect you. I ain't gonna talk out of turn. But you get loose, I'm gonna get loose too.